And back we are, trying to get an intelligence goo, which I think we've been doing pretty well with, but yeah, as for whether or not our gold will stay that way, well, hey, I don't like the way you said that, ooh, but really, so we have an AoE breath. That's not what we need right now, so I guess off we go. But yeah, just focusing on a few more runs. We'll do at least 2 more playthroughs. I know that for sure, because boy, there are other things that I need to worry about. Unfortunately, this one scales off my strength, so we just leave our breath the way it is, but hey. Otherwise, I don't think there should be too much to really think about, aside from, you know, minor things like whether or not, basically how much value you get in total. That's just one general thing, among many other things like the odds of certain NPCs appearing, if they have a higher chance of appearing when you work for them once, when I almost said take them, work with them more often as we get slept. So yeah, actually, am I prepared for that? Guess we're gonna find out. We don't have any rerolls, so all we have is hope. So we're just gonna unga bunga pick the highest rarity ingredient and off we go for something that we like. Again, our priority is about is around intelligence and HP, and then take resilience when possible. But whether or not that's gonna stay that way, hey, and I think I have a lot of passives for benefits for fighting small calamities, but I guess we're gonna see. Otherwise, let's just resilience break and move on. Although I really should just do tuning as well. So tuning it is. To thorns, what does that do? Target's agility per turn in damage. Well, hey, and then vitality charge, unfortunately, that's not what we care about. We're not actually doing as much damage as I thought, though. Was that in Japanese, by the way? That looked like it was in Japanese. It is in Japanese. But anywho, yeah, as for what is going on in this battle, I think we should be able to just get out soon. So off we go. I mean, all that we really need to know is that we're taking damage over time, but it's not going to be for long. So, yeah, extra gold, and I think less stamina drain? Higher agility increases evasion rate, and other stuff. Mirage, guaranteed to all combatants, but headache. And strength recovery. Well, I think we just, you know what? No, let's reroll. As much as a bit of agility would be interesting to see, no. So, we're gonna reroll again. We'll use at least half of the fans. And nothing else. Nope, you know what? We'll do one more reroll. Physical resistance, but physical power, which, you know what? As it turns out, we're not really attacking with physical attacks, so yeah. And then we're still wild, so we get more bonuses to stats. I don't know how much it actually is. It doesn't seem like it's that much, but maybe it is. Towards wild, skill, inspiration, but I want my stamina. Basically, when I'm looking at stamina consumption in this game, as we get into that topic, you're really looking at what you get out of it, and you could do training with a, you could do training, oh my goodness, I still have caps lock, I'm going crazy. You could do training, or you could do training that grants you skills and gold that you want as well. But again, all depends on RNG anyway, right? So don't have a book, so just take resilience. And hopefully we can defend against any physical attacks well enough, even with about 3,000 vitality, which isn't that great, but shrug. Also, carbohydrate HP up, but goo. Although HP would be interesting, and let's use gold instead. Again, I don't even know all the effects of all the events, so I mean, what happens, happens. Yeah, I think these are actually like passive items usually. Occasionally with helping villagers get 10% more gold. Well, hey, you don't give me enough gold for this, Calico! I mean, basically, and my suggestion would be, she could give us... Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, she could get... We might as well take some. The only thing we're not taking pretty much is strength and somewhat agility, but kind of agility as well. I mean, agility does help you act first, as it says here, but if it doesn't really help, then there's no point. Yeah, so we use this turn to rest. Maybe use it to rest. You know what? It's Calico time, so I don't think I have enough to get the achievement. I'm doing that partly for the achievement anyway, but yeah, I think you actually need to give not more, but it's too late now. So, having a tough time because it seems like she's too squishy, Morgantiana. Help! But, yeah, we're definitely going to have to take out a loan. Now, the good news is we don't have to pay as much for it, so I guess it's good that we have to take out a loan that's small. But, yeah, it wouldn't be great anyway. So, we get enough money to pay off the loan, but we also still need to get an ingredient. So, shields, yeah, shields. Everything else was like strength. Could have re-rolled, but no point. And again, we actually want to be towards rules, so that's why we're skipping out on that. And yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. It's still RNG whether or not I get the skills I want, so hey. So yeah, for the sake of paying back the loan, we are going to nom something cheap and pay Calico back immediately. Hey, cat. Here's your money back. And small calamity time. There's not again, but small calamities grant us more gold and basically more bang for buck, because I think there's another effect as well. I'm too lazy to check, so hey. But thankfully, is the small calamity type determined? It seems like it is, because this is the second time I fought this one, and in a previous run, I fought the AoE ones a lot more often. Maybe it is random, maybe I'm wrong, but if that's the case, boy, I've been really thinking. Also, was that resilience up, by the way? Oh, pain. Anywho. Yeah, I've run to the same one more than a few times now, so now I'm just a little suspicious. But again, if it's not the case, I must have just been really unlucky. So we'll spark again, and I think I just spam sparks until it goes down. Tell me I have enough to do this. We don't have intelligence increase anymore, but didn't need it, so hey. I think we got like 5,000 to 7,000 extra damage from increasing our intelligence, so yeah. Large damage recoil. Power charge, physical attack power, and AoE. This is roar, right? That's what the symbol means, so we're gonna take it. But yeah, moving on. So, I mean, I guess I could sell these. I don't need, like, yeah, this is not for a lot of gold, but if I'm not visiting the shop a lot anyway, then yeah. Might as well use the gold just for a little bit more oomph. And my next question is whether or not I'll go through this video and not have to worry about basically complete this run in one episode sitting, and that's going to depend on whether or not I game over too many times. But basically these videos should be no longer than like 40 to 50 minutes, so hey, we did run into RNG, so time to AoE, I guess. And we'll do what we can. So just gonna buff ourselves. We're taking damage left, right, and center. And yeah, spark. Sparku! And then now we get crit damage, but we're gonna take damage as well. Thankfully, we dodged the low accuracy attack. That was not what I wanted to do. I accidentally did Magic Thorn, but whatever. It's fine. It's less fine, but I mean, if you just keep defending, eventually the enemy is going to lose anyway. In fact, I think we just out-DPS'd the enemy here, but you never know, right? Especially with a crit here, so never mind. The answer to that's probably no. Especially since you're defending anyway, I might as well debuff you or buff myself. Again, small little strategy things, for no other reason than to make these battles faster. Go, go, go! -1 turn duration for detrimental debuffs on self, but our defense drops. It is somewhat important, but headache stuff, guaranteed headache, targets intelligence in damage. If I'm gonna be put to sleep, I guess. Otherwise, take gold shiny. We'll try it out. It is a passive, so I don't need to compete with skills a lot more often, but hey. Yeah, you can eat this village tree. We have the gold, we have the power. I mean, it's rude, but, you know, it's fine. In Lord Rudeness. So we ate that tree on November week 3. Lose HP, but gain intelligence. You know what, at this point, eat this rock. I don't even remember what type it was. That was a lie, so, just ignore it. Watch that actually be an actual bug. That would be a bit funny, by the way. But we'll train Morgantiana because there's nothing else we can do aside from sleep. But we have stamina at the moment, so we don't really need to sleep. Debuff resistance, minus 4 HP per turn. Battle start, get damage done, which is actually better. I don't like losing HP per turn. I feel like I take so much HP from that. But anywho. As we inch closer to the boss here, if we get put to sleep and take a nightmare, we might actually just collapse. But maybe because our resilience is high this time, because every run prior to this that I've done, it was all defense and less resilience. I'm pretty sure my resilience is actually at like 2,000 to 3,000, but hey. Otherwise, we could take, we could take this. Shiny, more vitality. And my money's gone. So, Morgantiana again, probably, unless we do Martha. You know what, we can. We can help Martha. No. Although she would have granted me intelligence and resilience, no, this is not one of those runs. Magic power, but accuracy down. Don't I have an accuracy? If I have an accuracy increase, I might consider... Oh, I will consider taking... Yeah, I do. So, you know what? Let's take this magic power up. 15% more damage, multiplicative. We don't need the strength, so rule. Actually, I have been just feeding... Or allowing Goo to eat what she wants, so that would explain why Wild was so high. But... don't add anything else, just grab the cheap option. Could have grabbed extra HP, decided not to. And the question is, do I rest this turn? Nope, we got one more Martha week. Didn't know how to complete that phrase. We'll praise. And money. Hyper Donut, reward candy for extra stamina, but really other stuff. Random stats slightly increase, breath attack changes. You know, at this point, we do it. Because we need single target, actually. Yeah. Based on intelligence, that's exactly what we needed. Bye. I mean, you never know, but it is nice to get it. So there's a shop week, but we can eat something first, and yeah, that's... give it to me. Unless, of course, we absolutely needed healing items, but that's a different story. Intelligence, reach S rank. And to the shop we go. Small Calamity would have been nice, but we're gonna do this instead. So, 30,000 HP, guaranteed to hit, wild personality, rule personality. Recover HP, maybe, so technically mitigation. Otherwise, shield. When defending, get buff. Oh, I want all of these, but I can only grab so many. In fact, I can only grab one of these, so, yeah. We'll take the... Nah, it's only one time, though. We'll grab defense. Yeah, we'll grab defense, and off we go. Actually, we'll get medicine as well, but now off we go. So, because we can't buy anything, and we don't have stamina for that, so buy arches. This is not your run. But anywho. The Calamity Dragon's here. We're getting put to sleep, so that definitely means we grab Ice Veil in place of AoE. And outside we go. Please survive, that's all I'm asking. Moon... But yeah, if I don't lose more than twice, then we should be able to get to the end of this run. If not, that would be a little interesting, but we're going to make sure. So, strength down, but I don't really care. Because all we need to do is put on Ice Veil. That hurt, by the way. But, I mean, as long as we get stuff done, it's fine. Now, we do still want to defend on heavy damage turns, but that will depend, won't it? So we buff ourselves. Moon buffs herself. We decrease the thing. Now we get a crit. And yeah, it's massive damage, or medium damage, because we're awake, but I want to deal my damage as well. Oh, the pain. And we continue moving on. I'm pretty sure I need to reapply resilience down next turn, but... Oh, it's so much damage. Also, we no longer have Ice Veil, so if we're getting put to sleep, we need to heal instead, because we're probably not fast enough. 50,000 HP, 50,000 HP. Items have very high priority. And pain. No, my metronome! Wake up. Yeah! Defend, by the way. And off we go. So, do nothing, but we get to do this. I don't think you're going to sleep me yet. And if so, then I'm going to be a little sad. Okay, well, we do get put to sleep, but fun times. We get our heavy 5, so we are slowly getting extra defense, but that depends on how much damage we take. I'm sleeping! No way you do Nightmare again, right? Unless you reapply sleep? No. So, yeah. Tuning. Probably a nightmare next turn, question mark? Yep. Nightmare. But we defend, just to be safe. That way we can breath next turn, maybe. Nope, we just go apply resilience down instead. We have no more Ice Veil, but it's more important to do this. That way breath is on cooldown. Although if we lose a recovery item and we didn't need to, well, I mean, okay, sure. 82,000 damage. Based off intelligence as well, so hey. So we'll take our near 20,000 gold. Physical attack, blah, and blah. Synergy, you know what, might as well. 10% resilience permanently. Nom nom nom. Vitality, we'll take it. Hey, Kuria, how many times? It's a Durgan. You know, it would be, oh, it is. Okay, yeah, it is actually changing based on the thing. So, yeah, I am skipping the story here a lot, but bear with me. But anywho. No, repeating our days! By the way, I should have actually read that, but I couldn't stop the skip. So, off we go. Eat rare stuff and move on. So, if you didn't notice, basically, we're fighting the previous Durgan we raised, or the previous coup we raised. By the way, shop, but... No, shop, because we don't have any stamina anyway. So, shop into a rest turn, it seems like. Although, I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to use too much. So, yeah. More stamina during a rest, but it's pretty much near the end of the run, so we'll take recovery instead, and off we go. Hey, it's festival time. This feels familiar. Vitality, agility, or strength. Or, yeah, strength. But we didn't have any. No HP, no intelligence, no resilience. Take the best of what we got. This does mean we're probably just going to be attacking last again, but hey. Shrug! So 10 weeks, and we have to fight Coup with Goo. And off we go. So we'll take intelligence for vitality because we just want to blast something really hard with vitality, but we need a rest, so my money just could all disappear. You know what? Maybe we hope for a sale. Heal 30,000 HP. We'll see if we want that. Otherwise, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, bonus 1 because we already have that. So you know what? Actually, we'll just grab some HP with slimy rice. Ew! But we can actually fight something. Yeah, just fight the calamities. Gold! But yeah, it would be great. This looks like it's dealing intelligence damage to us. You Ice Veil, we tune. Maybe we should also Ice Veil as well, but I don't know if this thing debuffs me. So we're gonna find out. Yep, headache. I guess time to rush this battle. So, yeah. I think we dodged the debuff though, so it's fine. That being said, we get crit this turn. Guaranteed intelligence up but accuracy down. And we don't have headache, so that's not going to do as much, but hey. I mean, we already had intelligence up, but hey. Oh no, he had the Calamity has Ice Veil. Not that it matters too much, because yeah, we're just gonna keep slapping with sparks, and yeah. Win! 14,000 gold, something. Perfect aim to self and an attack misses. Otherwise, do some stuff, but we'll just take extra vitality and defense instead. The other ones would have been interesting. Maybe I actually need them, but I don't feel like I do. So let's find out. More HP, please. Gain the thingy. Midas touch, nope. So just grab extra intelligence. 8 weeks. I mean, that is still a lot of time, but hey. Lose HP? No, let's actually increase our resilience a bit more. I would have just taken intelligence, but I feel a bit scared, so... Also, keep in mind, we do have things to use, right? No? I'm going crazy? Well... Off we go. Another calamity could have worked, but no. I did forget that NPC's name, so hey. But otherwise, yeah, Ice Veil, tuning, and Spark. So yeah, again, I could just, you know, if I really wanted to focus on just doing Drapline over and over and over and over again, let's actually find out how much this headache hurts me for. Never mind. Am I immune? What's going on? I'm going crazy. Anywho, yeah, I could just play Drapline over and over and over and over again, but at a certain point, I mean, I think it is a good idea to get a variety of games going on top of things that whether it's games I'm working on myself or real life stuff that I'm doing, because there's real life stuff going on. But hey, I'm here now recording this. Physical attack, more AoE, and accuracy increase, but crit rate down. Reroll. Nothing, and strength reroll again. Rule recovery. Yeah, you know what? Let's take that. Instant healing if needed. Although, again, we kind of already have the 4 skills we want to use, but hey, right? So, each evade reduces magical attack skills cooldown. We're not evading. Crit rate up, crit power up. Could be interesting if I want to do extra super damage. Otherwise, stun. Can I stun the final boss? Otherwise, take. I know this means I have a lot of buff stuff, so at this point, probably not worth it to take it because then I'm just buffing over and over. So I'd rather have utility in case I want to get the stun, like a Starfall turn. But if I don't get the stun, then we just die because not defending during late turn Starfalls is painful. We eat for joy, but I guess we'll find out. So I mean, I did. By the way, let's just say it now. Yeah, that's we're not gonna get as much from that. Yeah, let's just say it now. The fact that I'm skipping stories on like secondary, tertiary playthroughs is not good because there is some extra story out of at least just observing things. We're gonna keep digging. By the way, we're gonna keep digging. That does mean we need a rest, but if the ingredients we eat per week is worth it, then the stamina pays for itself. That's my thought process. Otherwise, we just use the shop, really. But if we can find anything else, hey, it's cool. Don't want to decrease intelligence, so we grab this. Vitality. And we have to rest, I'm pretty sure. Now, thankfully, there isn't anyone I really want to work for. Maybe Tori, but that's only when. Maybe Ulruk, I forgot. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, we should be able to complete this run, unless I just lose to Ku over and over and over again. We'll use the name of the Durgan girl. Yeah, use the name of the Durgan girl. Hey, Calamity! Come here, and let's fight. Also grants us intelligence, so, you know, in a way, this is also still helpful to us. So, tuning and the regular stuff, and I can just talk about anything I want to talk about it. Again, let me know if there's something specific you want to see in Drapline specifically, but just in general, I guess, that's not, it's fine. Why is Goo shrugging off headache, I wonder? Anywho. But yeah, I am open to suggestions here and there. Now, not everyone might be possible. In fact, I've probably refused about half of suggestions. So if I made a cut, it's because as that battle ended, something happened. And it's because, hey, guess what? I don't have my notifications set to silent. But we can apply headache. It doesn't really matter, though. Not that we can do a thing anyway, so you know what? We gotta do a thing. I'm trying to fix something on the side here, by the way, because it is a little bit of an oof. Now, thankfully, I was already editing Drapline videos, but hey, rule and skill inspiration. You know what? Go for it. Minus touch again, BP, and strength down. But headache. Apparently there's a headache build. Don't know if I really want to build towards it ever, but you know. I feel like having 3 skills that synergize and then 1 that's just an off is pretty good. But as we get a stamina decrease here, but it's well worth the stat increase that I see. Is our HP gonna hit 100,000? How many weeks do we have left? Pretty much 3. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's not. We gotta rest anyway. Yeah, we have to rest at some point. Might as well rest on a turn with no calamities and no NPCs I want to work for. And let's get ready to complete this run. So, without further ado, We'll take X-ray. We'll try to get 10,000 HP. If we can't, sadness, but we'll try our best. And Calamity we go. Could have trained with Morgantiana, but let's try to. We finally run into AoE, by the way. But we can instead focus on. I think if this one is the one I'm thinking of, then I should have done a thing. Never mind, doesn't matter. So we're gonna defend instead, so we don't get slapped as hard. So that was 4,000. That was 44,000. And we're taking burst again, I guess. So yeah, we gotta defend again. That didn't hurt as much, but that's because I'm pretty sure one is physical and the other is magical, question mark? No, they're both a thing. Well, hey. Magic Thorn, and let's focus the right one down. How much damage am I going to take here? Yeah, 17,000, so... Are we going to keep taking 17,000? I think we'll be okay. Okay, that wasn't as okay. Oh, that's right, because magic focus. I'm going crazy. Well, hey. I probably shouldn't be shifting targets then, doing what I do here. I think we can survive. We can't really defend any... we can't really recover anyway, because if we recover, we're just going to get slapped super hard, so... Shrug. Ow. Now, if we went first, we would have been able... Okay, yeah, we super got oof there. Well, magic tuning. That was really... we don't need Ice Veil, though, so all things considered, we could just grab either recovery, a shield, anything. Probably recovery, right? I only need to recover like once in that encounter. If I'm defending properly, that is. But you get the point. And my resilience is somewhat low, so all things considered... we were going to take a lot of damage from a magic-focused attack anyway, and here it comes. Also, that would be really unfortunate if we got resilience down right as it happened. But as we actually get to fight a bit more properly, it's nice. Spock! Now, can we rush the other one down? Kind of. Yeah, again, burst on its own without a magic focus isn't that painful. And especially if you reflect, then everything is cool. But that's RNG, so when RNG is not involved, hey, as it turns out, we can still survive. It's just the battle's a lot slower. Now, how long is a long battle, I guess we could say? We could say it's like 13 turns, because I'm basing that off of the boss that gives you a curse that KOs you in 13 turns. So I guess we'll define that as long. As obviously, save for the final boss. Can we get a thingy-majiggy? No. So we'll take evasion instead for what it's worth. Did I say that right? Evasion. EVASION. But as we get a shop week, so to avoid running into a Calico week, we do want to save enough gold so that we can buy our last ingredient. But if we're trying to be very, very precise here, we would buy enough to get an ingredient for next week. Shrug. So we would buy this ambrosia, and if there's anything else, I mean, all things considered... Yeah, buy the Shield of Sunrise. Do we have a reroll? You know what? I'm gonna just go full degen here and just go down to like 5,000 gold. Now, if everything is if all ingredients are over 5,000 gold, I will be a little flabbergasted. Now that would just put me over. But recover HP imply headache. No. Dragon milk. That's not the most HP, but it's a little good gimme. So, and then medicine, yeah, probably this, unless we get something great here. Increase power of large or higher damage attacks by 30%. Does that count medium, or is it just only large or high damage? I mean, it's not like I could really buy that anyway, so hey. And yeah, you know what? We'll do one more reroll. If you get another dragon fruit, that would be nice. Otherwise, thin ice immediately. Yeah, on demand. Thin ice. More dragon milk, and off we go. Does that stack with itself, by the way? If I had more reactive magic? In any case, though, we don't have enough gold, so off we go. Obviously, we might be able to work again this week, but at a certain point, we're not going to have enough. So, vitality but lose agility. You know what? Perfect amount of gold, perfect week. Question mark. Even though we do lose agility there. But this defense, like, if we cannot survive with that much, then something's going wrong. Also, we can just grab more gold here while we're sitting here, because we don't need any more of the stamina. I didn't know that was going to happen, but we also still needed the gold to buy an ingredient for the last week. So, last skills. Probably still want this on-demand recovery. Otherwise, Flames of Adversity, right? Yeah, probably Flames of Adversity. And then we have a bunch of stuff in case either we get resilience down or otherwise. Its shield would be nice as well. Yeah, you know what? Equal to HP. That's not a small amount of shield. I mean, considering our HP is high for relative to what the game thinks. Otherwise, what else would I do? Evasion, I guess? How much agility would that be? I guess we're gonna find out. You know what? We've already lost during the run. It's not like losing more hurts our score. Maybe it does. I don't know. But let's find out. So yeah, we have our 2 skills for synergy. Increase intelligence and just spark over and over and over again. But then we have other stuff for utility. Pretty much. And as we take away 39,000 damage immediately. Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, that's right. Physical chase is a thing. So yeah, we'll buff first as well. And then we have an intelligence increase, so we don't need to buff our own intelligence. So we just immediately start sparking. Now we didn't dodge yet, but it would be nice to dodge at some point in our lives. Also, turns out this feels a lot better than evasion, because when you're not fully built for evasion. But that's a different story. Let's just tuning so we can keep our buff up. And I think we can just take this Starfall in the face. We could evade this Starfall if this evasion is real, but it's not, so shrug. Have I dodged a single thing yet? Oh, 25% evasion, never mind. Well, in any case, I mean, we might as well keep it up. Better than anything's better than 0%. And off we go. Ah. That's right, we do have Metronome active, so it would be nice to get that going. Will I survive a thing? So we're gonna use our breath, and we're gonna try to Flames of Adversity next turn. If a Starfall is coming out, though... Oh, that's right, okay, yeah. We pushed into breath, so hey. Flames of Adversity time, and then we defend. I'm pretty sure defend affects this. Move all positive effects, but they're all falling off anyway, so... Shrug. Joke's on you, Ku. Ow. But yeah, we'll spark while we have the crit. Medium damage, could defend here, choosing not to. I do like this BGM, by the way. It's not too invasive, if that makes any sense. While also being hype. But anywho, yeah, we have to defend here. Please don't somehow defeat me. Okay, 18,000 damage. It's soon going to become like 25,000, 30,000, but for the moment... Keep in mind, we do have a bunch of healing items, so... Yeah, we probably do that here. If we can't Flames, then we just burn a big healing item? Question mark? I'm pretty sure we have a big one. We don't? Question mark? 45,000? Yeah, we Ambrosia. Might as well burn it here. We're about to defeat it, so hey... And defend. Starfall is gonna hurt, by the way, so we need to make sure we have enough HP to defend successfully against the Starfall. And by successfully, I mean not die. So, do I rush here? I'm gonna rush here. Ow! Don't Starfall, please. We have to defend. I would like to have Flames of Adversity, but no. Okay, yeah, 21,000 damage, not as bad. Yeah, now we Flames of Adversity and Breath. This should be the end. Yeah, it should be the end. Rawr! Also scaling off intelligence. I wasn't noting... I wonder if it's at the same damage. Let's take a note. 73,000 damage. Alright, I'll try to remember that. Surely somewhere. But not this one, so sorry. Have to complete the training. So how much? Yeah, plus 10 CP for no debt clear. And that's ×2 for the thingy. And yeah, complete a run debt-free. So everything else pretty normal. Not really anything else to say about that. But the next, we'll do at least one more playthrough. I want to say 2, but we'll see what happens as we lose Goo and move on. I'm gonna run out of the same syllable names, but you know what? It's fine. So, just to do it now, we might as well go over it. So, what do I actually want? Taking one of these two means I have to guess. So, instead... Oh, we don't have enough for all stats. Well, I guess we'll take a small one and try to do a thing. Could also grab Dragon Plushie. If I get like 80, 90 CP again, I can do all stats, which is what I want to do. So, you know what? No, we'll do Dragon Plushie. And off we go. So yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. If you have anything to say, if you have anything advice you want to give, any questions, feel free. I will usually try to look at everything I see, but otherwise, not really much else to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!